Now, how do I start a video? That's my question. Most people have intros, but I'm not doing this professionally. So how do I start a video? Either way. Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's probably not gonna last long, but welcome back. If you are here, thank you. If you aren't, you're not missing out on much, honestly. So, this is kind of a video that is gonna be slightly different, but not too different from the last one. The last one I ranked idol title tracks, and this one still has to do with idol, but it's not ranking. It's actually me explaining things, which I already kind of did, and whatever. It's the explaining the idol trilogy from Hann alone to Hann alone in winter to HWAA. And I'll be explaining the connection in between all of them, the history behind the word Hann and the history behind the word HWAA and how they connect. And I will be sharing some visual connections that I saw with the lyrics, and hopefully I can notify you if I find any lyrics that match up with the corresponding songs. Not corresponding. What's that word? Dang it. I don't know. Moving on, because if I don't get this video out, I spent all this work for nothing. So let's get started. Why don't we? Explaining the idol trilogy, Hann to HWAA. If you can't tell, my thing isn't working. That's great. Okay, whatever. No, it's not whatever. Why is it not working? Thank you. I'm sorry, this video is gonna be too messy. Hann alone, quick history. What the? Okay, so for us to understand what the song Hann is about, then we kind of have to understand what the word itself means. So G-idol uses it with two N's, H-A and N, and that means alone, which I'm pretty sure it does still mean alone, but the traditional way that it is spelled in Korean is H-A-N, or yes, it's H-A-N, kind of like Han from Stray Kids. Think of it like that. Anytime I say the word, think of it like that. So Han is a Korean word with multiple meanings such as grief, resentment, injustice, anger, and sorrow. Now, Han as a word has a history behind it, and one of the histories is pretty interesting, kind of controversial though, only because it's been criticized for having imperialistic views. So don't shoot the messenger. I'm just informing you. Thank you. Okay, so during the Japanese occupation of Korea, some people started to find, how to explain it, freedom in what they would create. So like the artworks, the literature, stuff as that. And people started describing it as Han, which in that case meant beauty of sorrow. Again, has been criticized for being imperialistic. I read this. Do not shoot the messenger. I am just informing you. And now, where the connection... Sorry, I'm going to move the camera really quickly, because I have to see this little part of the section. The feeling of Han is said to be a feeling caused in a somatization disorder in Korea known as HWAA, which is the collection of repressed anger and emotional distress. I found this specific thing to be especially useful in a Boston University article by Woo Young Cho called HWAA, the Han Blessed Illness. In one of his paragraphs, or not paragraph, one of the excerpts, he puts the resentment, sense of helplessness, and urge to take revenge that defines Han can be generalized as a form of anger, which may be a part of the palette of anger that is said to trigger HB, which is HWAA. I'll move the camera this way again. In other words, Han can be perceived as an emotion that can be found from being heartbroken, angry, and vengeful, that if accumulated too much, may cause HB in an individual. So that was a quick history of the word. It's important to note all of this. Basically, to summarize that all, Han is connected to HWAA because of the feelings of grief, resentment, injustice, anger, and sorrow. And also it could be caused by heartbreak, ding 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 ding, anger, ding 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 ding, and emotional distress, and the feeling of being alone. Ding, 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 ding. These four were very important here. Now Han, alone, breakdown. Now I want to have the song playing in the background. I have a couple of notes. A couple is an understatement. I have notes that I could read from. And I also want to be able to read the lyrics and kind of go through it. This is where I would say the fun part of the video shows up, because I'm actually able to break down the video instead of just explaining the words. How long has this been? Okay, not bad. I'm sorry, it's because I'm making sure that I don't keep you guys here for like 40 minutes. Let's hope not. Oh Lord, can you imagine me talking for 40 minutes? Oh no. No, I get scared of that. Dang. Okay, so Han, alone. I will play the music video, except I can't show you it. Maybe in post. Like when I try to edit it, I don't know how I'm gonna edit this. I just hope it's not that loud. Or do you want me to play the answer? Why am I asking this if you guys can even answer me? Lord, this ain't gonna end up good. This video is not gonna end up good. Too loud. Okay, that's intro. This is verse 1. Okay, so for verse 1, it's Soyeon singing and Sujin in the background, which I didn't know that until I did my little research. For verse 1, Soyeon is saying, do you remember what you said? You started talking to me as if you would give anything to me. And then she repeats, don't you remember what you said? Then you changed as if you took some special pills. In the music video itself, she says drug. So the translation from Korean to English is kind of like, it's a bit choppy here. But what I wrote down is false promise and a sudden change of the lover. So you changed as if you took special pills. You broke the promise that you promised me, and you haven't kept it. For the refrain 1, this is Minnie and HWAA singing. This one's my favorite parts of the song. So for the lyrics, goodness gracious, my Wi-Fi is not working. Cast blue, my blurred vision. Is this true? You won't regret this. My yesterday, my boo boo boo, lonely life, I like it. For her, I wrote, crying to accepting, we are done, you were my yesterday. And also because of what HWAA says, I swallowed the water, I got cold. I want you to be ruined, I won't hold you. You were my yesterday, my boo boo boo, lonely life, goodbye. Basically saying, you made me feel like this. I'm assuming because cast blue, my blurred vision, you could take that as she started to cry, or she was crying so much that she finally saw the reality. Is this true? You won't regret this. My yesterday, lonely life, I like it. Yeah, that's really all I have to say for that section. Lonely life, goodbye. Basically, leave, I don't want you. Then we're gonna get into the pre-chorus. Okay. Pre-chorus. You look at me with cold eyes. You see me and turn as if you didn't know me. I just stand here vacantly. I see you who I didn't know. I can't help laughing. Now I don't know you anymore. For this part, I had put, not recognizing the person you once loved and feeling abandoned. You stood there. Wait, hold on. I just stand here. Never mind. Sorry. Correction. I stand here vacantly. I see you who I didn't know. I can't help laughing. I don't know you anymore. You're not the person I once knew. And that's simple. Then we get to the chorus, which is obviously to hook up the song. I'll just tell you the lyrics from here on out. It's I'll forget you, go away, don't even look back. I'll erase you, go away, don't even look back. Now, for the lyrics in the music video itself, it says something different. I will forget you. This music video is so pretty. Go away, do not come near me. I won't come back no matter what you say. Again, get away. I don't want you in my life anymore. Get away. Yeah, never going back. Forgetting that person. The use of Hann. The use of Hann here is meant to say alone. So, alone. Such a pretty music video. Okay. For verse 2, this is Soojin's verse. Yeah, it's the same thing as what Soyeon did in verse 1. Do you remember what you said? I couldn't say anything, I just let you go. Something like that. But in this case, it's then I changed as if I took special pills. So it's maybe them finally realizing that everything that they were seeing was not what they wanted. They changed from that point on. Okay, this is Soojin's part. She looks so good here. Her red hair looks so good. Oh. And she has red hair in the new era of her solo, which I'm happy. I'm excited for. We get into, I think this is called a refrain 2. It is technically the rap verse. Well, it's a rap in the song. This is a lot of lyrics, so I'm probably just going to end up reading it out loud. But basically what it means is promised love, but it was clear from the start that the bridge is burned black. We can't go back. So everything changed. Like common love, it was obvious. Like a hungry lion, you wanted me desperately. Your touch, your word. If it was a lie, you would be the worst one. That's how it is. What my mom says is always right. My love turned into black. It just burned black. I erased you from my memory today. Then let me play the verse. Your gestures and words, if you're lying, you're the worst in the world. Just like that, everything is so sane. Everything my mother said was true. This love changed to darkness. We can't go back. Everything is burned. Today I erase you from my memories. Then it repeats the exact same as pre-chorus 1. The love is not here anymore. For the chorus, nothing you say will get me back. Erasure. Again, same as the first chorus. We're going to skip to the bridge here, because I think that's the part that the lyrics truly stand out the most. Okay. I erase your trace in my bruised heart. My heart is reflected on your familiar eyes. You'll be surprised because it's too cold. Even if you come back, there's no place for you. It's done. I don't know you. What I wrote here, erasure of pain, I don't know you anymore. I keep on writing, I don't know you anymore. As if that's not the whole point of the song. I don't know why I don't get that from the start. But I erase your trace in my bruised heart, so I'm erasing what you left. My heart is reflected on your familiar eyes. Don't really know what that means, but you'll be surprised because it's too cold. Maybe it's because the person was so used to the heart being so warm and so loving that now that it's cold, they can't recognize it. Even if you come back, there's no place for you. It's done. I don't know you. I like that lyric. Now, the bridge. This is Minnie and Mia. They also look so good. Everyone looks so good every time in this music video. Would this be considered a bridge? Yeah, I consider it a bridge. Note the sound of the whistling, like the wind feeling. And it repeats the exact same thing. Yeah, that's really all. So, basically, context of the song. I never shared the genre. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I was supposed to say that a long time ago. Its genre is moombaton, which is a combination of reggaeton and house music. I'm sorry. I don't know why I forgot to say that. That was important to mention because the genres kind of stay the same a bit. And in the visual imagery, they use a desert image, essentially. It was very pretty, very pretty. I recommend watching the music video. I'll hopefully be able to include some photos. I don't know how I will do that. I am new to this. Burn me at the stake if you need. I don't know. I just can't. So this part of the section has been 15 minutes long, or about to be 17. I think that is done for Han alone. In general, it's them first stage of the breakup. They don't want anything to do with their past lover. They feel abandoned. They feel as if false promises, and they just want to erase them out of their memory. They want to be alone. Alone. Now, when I come back, I will be talking about Han Alone in Winter, which is the second song in the trilogy, or second installment in the trilogy. So I will be back. And we are back. And I have this giant freaking, Lord, I look like a damn, what are they called, sugar gliders with this on. Either way, this is my little winter outfit because, well, Alone in Winter, I don't know. I'm trying to do like little outfit changes. Obviously, I still have sweatpants on because why would I be wearing pants? I'm wearing things that cover my legs. Correction. Correction. That doesn't mean that I don't have things adjacent to pants. God damn, I have sweatpants. Sweatpants. Okay. Oh Lord, ooh. That sounded bad the first time I said it. Okay. Han Alone in Winter. So remember what we said about Han alone basically being about the forgetting the first stage. It is essentially the first stage of the breakup. They don't want anything to do with them. I have no history on the word here because it is the exact same word as the song prior. Now, its genre is similar to a song that would be found in a Korean OST. Fun fact, it was actually put in EXO Kitty. If you have never seen EXO Kitty and you're planning on watching it, I don't think this is a huge spoiler because they already have a whole bunch of songs in the show itself. But it was on a scene that a character was burning like a photo of something, and I recognized it immediately. Fun fact, I recognized it immediately. I'm like, wait, those voices sound familiar. Are you telling me that DG Idol is an EXO Kitty? No, duh, they're an EXO Kitty. Every damn song from any K-pop group was in that show. Moving on. Han Alone in Winter. Now, Alone in Winter. This song is fully in Korean. Pretty sure. I know HWAA is. So this is gonna suck to translate. Bear with me here, please. We're going verse, pre-chorus, chorus, post-chorus, pre-chorus, and post-chorus. And that's really all. And to be fair, some of them are the exact same. Oh well. Okay, I have to find Alone in Winter. Don't know why I didn't prepare this before. I'm unprepared. I apologize on behalf of everyone. I need to find the lyric video. That's the thing. I need to find the lyric video because if I only go based off the song, I'm going to be completely lost. If this is an ad, I have to silence it. I'm not doing any free promotion for no company. I'm not even going to do promotion for a company. So that's great. Okay. This song is also one of my favorites. I like all three of the songs equally. Yeah. Okay. Let's start. Hold on. Okay, I have to keep up with the verses. Ooh, note the sound of the wind and like the whistling, the feeling. Note. let me check if this is verse 1. I mean, assumingly, yeah. So that was Soyeon's verse, if you couldn't recognize her voice. The icon, the genius herself. She had put, "It's endless, this cold season is so long, there's not a single flower, I'm still the same from that day." Lonely, and for what I put, my interpretation of it is loneliness has kept them frozen from ever loving again. Another thing to note, in the Han Alone music video, there's this one scene of Mion reaching down at a flower that's barely growing, and it's a singular flower in the middle of the desert, and she's reaching down. Flowers and fire have a lot to do with these 3 songs. This cold season so long, there's not a single flower, I'm still the same from that day. And a flower can also represent the sprouting of love. So there's not a single flower. She hasn't felt that feeling since that fateful day that she decided, or they both decided, to end things. That sound wrong? To end the breakup. Okay, thank you. Let's move on to the pre-chorus. Such a beautiful song. Okay, for the pre-chorus, it was Minnie and Yuki singing. "The promise I made myself to forget you sways right away with the wind. The promise I made to erase you all seems like a lie." Does that seem familiar? The promise I made to erase you. Not you, guys. I'm saying it. So for the pre-chorus, "Their promise to forget disappears just like the wind." Call back to the sounds of the whistling in Han. They can't erase the feeling. I know I wrote more stuff here. Hold on. All seems like a lie. All seems like a lie. I wrote more stuff. Where is my stuff? They just can't erase the person that they promised to forget. They're still stuck on them. Chorus. Okay. For the chorus, it was Mion and Soojin singing. "Not a day passed without thinking of you. I longed for you yesterday and I resent you today. As if you believed me on that cold day, you didn't look back a single time." The lyrics here, wait. I was reading my notes. I was reading the notes for me to read the lyrics. That's great. "Their promise to forget," wait, no. Yeah, I just read the lyrics. What am I talking about? "I promised to forget, but now I can't help but regret." They wanted to forget the person that they once loved, but they regret saying what they did on that day. They could be talking about what they said in Han Alone. "Go away. I don't want you to ever come back, no matter what you say." Then the post-chorus is kind of boring. Very pretty. It's pretty, but like this stuff. For this part, it's la 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 la, essentially. But then it's "waiting for your spring again, is that being too greedy?" Now, we could think of it in the winter sense, in the fire sense, but we could also think of it in the flower sense. And you know how I told you about how usually the sprout of a new flower represents the sprout of a new love? Waiting for your spring again, waiting for your love again, is that me being too greedy? Am I in the wrong here for wanting to love you again? Strong lyrics. I loved those lyrics, first of all. Post-chorus, or is it post-chorus? We will see. Yeah, post-chorus. It's a lot of instrumental. I'm probably going to get copyrighted. Whatever. This video's not going to do numbers. need to see them perform this. I need to go see them perform this, but what? I don't know what. I'm sorry. If I go like this, it's because I'm reading a text. That moon caught between the trees, rise up several times. What does he want? That moon caught between the trees, rises up several times. The moonlight that melts our breakup only makes my eyes fill with tears again. Beautiful. Beautiful. Several, right? Yeah. So what I wrote here was several nights go by, the feelings grow much stronger. They do not weaken, but instead they grow stronger. The feeling of regretting, the feeling of missing that love that you had with that person. And you could tell this, the moon caught between the trees rises up several times, so it's continuously going. The moonlight that melts our breakup only makes my eyes fill with tears again. It just brings them back to that day. I think this is same as chorus one. I think it's also the same. Yeah, and then it ends with waiting for spring again. Is that me being too greedy? Same thing that I said before. Pay attention. I don't know if you could hear, but in the back of the song, one, there's that piano going, it's just slowing down the tempo, but the fade out to silence is also important. Remember how in Han, the sound of the wind, the whistling, was meant to represent the feeling of being alone, because it's the feeling of emptiness. It's the sound of, well, what you hear when a room is empty, when anything is empty, you hear the wind, you're able to hear things. So here, the silence is important. Now, I don't have anything else to say about this song. Very beautiful song, beautiful writing, just everything about it. I love this song. It doesn't have a music video, which sucks because I would have loved to freaking analyze that. But since it doesn't have a music video, I kind of can't do anything. I could only interpret what they did for the performances, and they only did 5 performances. Because after this is when Soojin evidently left, got kicked out of the group. It's a confusing topic. I don't know if you guys want me to talk about the Soojin debate debacle. Hold on, I'm trying to see the time. Okay, this is going to be reaching 30 minutes. Great. I don't know if you want me to talk about the Soojin story. It's a story that's been told many times, but it's a story that was sad. She's still alive. Correction, she is still alive, but the reason for her getting kicked out, everything it was sad. But yeah, the fade into silence. Some lyrics to note here, again, the whistling, and is it my greed to wait for spring again? Which leads us to our next song, or actually, next explanation of words. I'm so sorry. We have HWAA. Just a quick history. I'm gonna try to be as fast as I can on this. HWAA is a word that derives from the Chinese character, and then I put the symbol. The word can mean a multitude of meanings depending on the context it is being used in. In some contexts, it can mean fire and burn, while in many others it can be used to mean flower. This song, HWAA, uses both contexts interchangeably by talking about the heated passion they have, while also talking about the growth of the flowers in the cold winter. Again, growth of flowers, love, yada yada. It's also important to note that the use of the word in Korean culture can also mean grace and renewal. Remember how in Han Alone in Winter, they said, "Isn't agreed to wait for your spring again." They want to restart, but is it greedy on their part, from what they said back in Han Alone, to want to love that person again? Is it greedy on their part? Beautiful song. Now, I had got this, I don't know why I highlighted that. I just left like a quick little source. Now to our last song, HWAA, and I will be back. Outfit change, let's go. And we are back. Why am I wearing pink and not a long sleeve despite HWAA being set in winter? Because I ran out of clothes to put on for this, okay? I'm kidding, I just couldn't find anything else. Also, Evan bought me this shirt. I don't know, I like it, it's very pretty. It's a nice texture too. Okay, thank you, by the way, Evan. Okay, HWAA, breakdown. Now, remember what I said about HWAA having multiple meanings. It could either mean fire or flower. That starts changing as the song goes on. And it also means grace and renewal. I already stated this. I don't think I have to state it again. Hopefully not. If I do, please comment. Please tell me something, because I will go crazy if this video is misunderstood on like the highest level, because, oh Lord. And also, before I continue, there is someone who has done such a better and more amazing job at this thing. His name is HWAA. He's on YouTube. And he basically makes idol videos, mainly idol videos, but he also makes K-pop videos. But mainly idol videos, dissecting the song and going lyric by lyric. Just beautiful. He does such an amazing job. I've watched so much of his video. Here, if I could show it to you. Well, is that gonna work? Oh Lord. Either way, I'll probably include like a link down below. Do I know how to create links? I do know how to create links. What the? Gabriel. Oh Lord. Dumb butt. Okay, moving on. Why do I not prepare these songs? Oh, I'm sorry y'all. I'm so sorry. This video is a mess. No one asked for this video. I'm just making it because I wanted to. Truly, no one has to watch this, and I will be happy because I just want to get this over with. Oh my god. No one asked for this video. Why am I doing it? You guys asked for easier and simpler videos. Why am I doing this to myself? Whatever. HWAA, breakdown. Okay. Before I go on, the genre of the song is similar to Hann. The song follows the genre of Moombaton, which, like I said earlier, is the genre of reggaeton and house music. Why do I struggle saying reggaeton? It's not that hard. And as well as dark pop, dream pop, and synth pop dark. Never heard these. Pretty interesting though. They are their own genre. That's gonna be a long video. Okay, starting off. We're in the winter. It's cold. I'm sorry, I have to pause it on like when the song starts getting so good. I'm sorry for that. Either way, I don't know why I had a sudden burst of energy. Okay, in the intro, Soyeon says yeah. I don't think I can dissect that. But for verse 1, as if swept with the cold of midwinter, yeah, all of time freezes, as if the cruel wind left behind a darkness that gets deeper. Whoa. But basically what I took from it was burying the feelings in the snow, never-ending darkness. That's essentially what I just took. I really can't say much for it. I'll talk about refrain 2 after the verse plays. I'll try to follow this thing. This is Yuki and Sujin's part. Yuki has a bop. I'm sorry, Minnie. Oh Lord, it hurts to pause when the song is getting so good. Okay, so to say, break away, the endless season without promise, erase it, Han alone, on days when it's not hot. That's Yuki's thing. That was not Yuki's lines, was it? Han be called a fake stan. I'm gonna read it, kind of. Shall break out from this endless season with no promise, shall erase the scars solely burnt from the days we were not in love. That could talk about how they had erased every part of them out of their heart after the breakup in Han Alone. But in Han Alone in Winter, they got the scars back because they were not in love and they just felt. I shall ignite a fire so that my tears dwelling inside won't live any longer. I shall make a fire, a bigger fire, to win back spring that I've lost. So my interpretation here of this part was the eternal cold creating something to rid of pain, and the passion shall burn the ice that has built up during this time. Then we get to the pre-chorus. Raising this up, this is my song. Sorry. I will probably also include a link to all the music videos so you can go watch it and listen to it. These are good songs. Please give them a listen. Okay, for this one, it was Minnie, Mion, and Shuha singing. Minnie says, the cold wind, my heart covered with white snow. Mion says, when the morning comes, please make sure it all melts. And Shuha says, set it on fire. Again, I'm having to go back to the music video in order to get the cold wind and the heart covered in white snow. May please melt completely when the morning comes. We could try to relate this back to the internal darkness that they are feeling that they're in. So whenever that sunlight finally comes back up, when they finally feel like they're ready, may all of those emotions melt away from their heart. Light up a fire. The use of HWAA here means fire, and they're saying burn, burn. Shall bloom a flower. Burn, burn. Shall bloom a flower. Really all I got from there was the use of HWAA means burn. It's just something to note that the use of it does mean burn here. And I checked this, I checked this because I had checked what the symbols would mean. So this is not just out of the blue. For verse 2. Don't tell me it says read the verse. Of course it's a rap part I have to read. I'll let her sing. Wait. Hold on, I may not. I'm sorry. Hold on. Yeah, no. I'll let it play. I love Yuki's voice. Oh. Okay, so Soyeon starts the verse. I won't let your trace leave a mark. We could tie that back into Han alone. Even burn the resentment left. Again, Han meant resentment. It means a lot of things, but it can also mean resentment. Take away the lonely cold, step over the withered flower path. Flowers, in this case, like how I mentioned earlier, how the growing of a flower usually resembles love. A flower is typically associated with love, especially red flowers. Think of it like roses. Step over the withered flower path. I'll untangle Han and enjoy spring again. All the memories I'll burn to ashes, from which brilliant flowers bloom. I get angry even more, to regain the lost spring. They want to regain that love that they lost. Is that what I'm getting from it? Hold on. Yeah, it just has this specific verse has lots of ties back in to the 2 previous installments of the trilogy. And then the pre-chorus is the exact same. The cold wind, my heart covered with white snow. When the morning comes, please make sure it all melts. I'm going to play it because it's pretty. I don't know what to tell you. It's a pretty song. Such a beautiful music video. Oh my gosh. This is why it was 3rd in my idol ranking. Those are spoilers. Whatever. I still know how to do dance. Wow. Yuki with the little black bob is still my favorite. The use of HWAA here means fire. Same lyrics as I was reading to you earlier. We're gonna get to the bridge, which is important. Okay. Oh Lord, almost done. Almost done with this video. Please, please, I can't do this anymore. Okay, holding the regrets of a broken relationship in my arms, burning me up in my cold time. HWAA, and in here is where it means flower. HWAA, flower, set it on fire. A flower blooms. So that's the outro. The outro is Sujin saying a flower blooms. Flower blooms. So maybe it's a new start beginning, either without, no, this is without the person that they were dating. Oh my goodness, I just pieced it all together. Holding the regrets of a broken relationship in my arms, burning me up in my cold time. By holding on to what could have been, they are essentially just damaging themselves. So they decided to finally let go. And HWAA, a flower blooms. It was covered in the feelings of that snow, the feelings developed in the snow, that once they were finally able to feel free of it, a flower started to bloom. This part's also really pretty. I'm not going to be singing this because I don't know how to sing it. Another thing to note, in the music video, this is when a flower appears in Shuha's mouth, and where fire, like, evidently starts taking place here. It's very weird. Shall bloom a flower. Then the sound of the fire whistling. No, I will not be in a free ad. Goodness gracious. Yeah, essentially that's what I took from the music video. Now, no, what is it doing? I'm so sorry. Parallels in the visuals. There was the use of a reflection in both Han and HWAA. I don't know what to take with that, but there's reflection, there's like mirrors in both. Ow! Damn, I cracked my knuckles. What? How long? I'm sorry, this is 40 minutes long. I apologize. I'm going to try to wrap this up in the next 5 minutes. Parallels in the visuals, the use of reflection. In the first one, Yuki is touching the mirror, while in the second one, Sujin is touching the mirror. Don't know what to take of that. You take with what you will. Again, like I told you, from a flower grown sparely to a collection of them. And it's all dead flowers now. So this was when it was barely starting to grow, and then it got covered in snow, and then here's where it was all dying, essentially. And then a flower bloomed at the end. And then in Han, Mion started to tear fabric, and in HWAA, the fabric was already torn, possibly symbolizing that they are finally free, or that hole in their heart has opened up more. I don't know. I really don't know which one it is, but I will try to include photos / videos of anything that I can find. Again, a creator that I highly recommend is The Woo. TheEWoo. He's on YouTube, search him up. Amazing YouTuber. I love his videos, and he gave me the inspiration. I'm pretty sure, because I've seen his videos, so I probably took some of this intellect from it. Intellect as if I'm smart. I probably took some of that information and used it in my own, unironically, unconsciously. You see, that's why I'm not smart. That's why I'm not made for this. Either way, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm sorry to keep you here for so long. I just want to get this out. I want to make it because why not? Why not make something I like? Either way, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for sitting through this and watching me change out of my outfits like every single 5 business days. I don't freaking know. Again, my brain is kind of fried at the moment. I need to drink water. Sorry. Thank you for watching, and this was me explaining the Idol Trilogy from Han to HWAA. Please check out the music videos and do your really, Gabriel? Own interpretation. I would like to see that. I would like to see what you guys have to do. You don't have to do what I did. Obviously, please don't. This damn thing took way too long. But maybe like tell me what was your interpretation of each song and how do you think it was connected. Besides that, thank you, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye bye.